And let me tell you something about 9/11. Ain't no Muslims did 9/11. 9/11 was done by Israel, the same people that raped those kids on Epstein's Island. All of y'all can go to hell. Israel hates Jesus Christ. They hate Jesus Christ. The nation of Israel hates Jesus Christ. They fit the description of Revelation 2:9 and 3:9, the synagogue of Satan. The nation state of Israel is the synagogue of Satan. You corrupted evil bastards. You did 9/11. You blamed it on the Muslims. Guess what? I love Muslims. You're never going to fool me. Muslims love Jesus Christ. The only people that hate Jesus are the synagogue of Satan, is Israel.
Tonight, we're covering a wild and deeply controversial twist in the aftermath of the shocking assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, a tragedy that has gripped the nation and sent shockwaves across social media. And now, one of the UFC's most notorious and disgraced figures, Bryce Mitchell, has just inserted himself into the chaos by pushing an outrageous conspiracy theory blaming Israel for 9/11, all while reacting to Kirk's death. Let's break down exactly what's going on, the backlash Mitchell is facing, and how the internet is responding to this bizarre spectacle. First, let's rewind to what sparked all of this. Charlie Kirk, the 31-year-old founder and CEO of Turning Point USA and a close ally of Donald Trump, was shot and killed during a Q&A session at Utah Valley University on Wednesday. It was the first stop on his much-hyped American comeback tour, and it ended in horror. Eyewitnesses say a single gunshot rang out mid-sentence, sending the crowd into chaos as Kirk collapsed on stage. The footage quickly went viral, racking up millions of views within hours and sparking intense political debates about security, free speech, and political extremism on campus. Right now, the FBI has launched a manhunt for the shooter, and the suspect remains at large. Authorities say they've recovered the rifle believed to be the murder weapon from a wooded area nearby, and they've released images of a person of interest, urging the public to come forward with any information. Meanwhile, Kirk leaves behind his wife, Erica Francevy, a 3-year-old daughter, and a 16-month-old son, a young family now left grieving under the global spotlight. Now, as the world mourned Kirk's death, Bryce Thug Nasty Mitchell decided to weigh in. And what he said has thrown gasoline on an already raging fire.
I'm so upset about Charlie Kirk's passing. I can't really go to sleep right now. I keep thinking of his wife and kids. That's what gets me, because I know he wasn't in any pain. And I also know that Charlie Kirk was a extremely brave Christian, and he inspired me to make this post. He was the opposite of a coward. He said everything he believed and made it be known to people because he loved our country, America, that's going to shit every single day. And let me tell you something about 9/11. Ain't no Muslims did 9/11. 9/11 was done by Israel, the same people that raped those kids on Epstein's Island. All of y'all can go to hell. Israel hates Jesus Christ. They hate Jesus Christ. The nation of Israel hates Jesus Christ. They fit the description of Revelation 2:9 and 3:9, the synagogue of Satan. The nation state of Israel is the synagogue of Satan. You corrupted evil bastards. You did 9/11. You blamed it on the Muslims. Guess what? I love Muslims. You're never going to fool me. Muslims love Jesus Christ. The only people that hate Jesus are the synagogue of Satan, is Israel. And if I didn't say that, I'd be a coward. And people like Charlie Kirk would die for nothing. And no, I don't agree with everything Charlie said, but I love Charlie because he loves Jesus and he said what he wanted to say. He believed in freedom of speech and he died for it. And I'll do the same thing. I'm so sick of this nation. I'm so sick of these lies and these pedophile politicians. Every single one of y'all can rot in hell because you're all a bunch of pedophiles. You're all blackmailed by Israel. Go to hell. This country's going to burn if we don't stand up and take it back.
In the video, Mitchell starts by expressing grief and calling Kirk an extremely brave Christian, but then he abruptly pivots, launching into a full-blown conspiracy rant accusing Israel of orchestrating 9/11 and claiming Muslims were framed. This isn't the first time Mitchell has gone down this road. Over the years, he's become infamous for bizarre, inflammatory remarks, from questioning the Holocaust to calling Hitler a good guy before walking it back after intense backlash. Even UFC President Dana White has publicly called him stupid and ignorant for his past statements. And yet Mitchell continues to court controversy, seemingly doubling down every time the outrage grows louder. Let's be clear, this isn't just one isolated outburst. Mitchell has a long track record of unhinged comments that have made even his own fans deeply uncomfortable. Earlier this year, he claimed the Holocaust ain't real and said Hitler was just trying to remove greedy Jews from Germany, statements that drew furious condemnation and forced him to apologize. Just weeks later, before a fight at UFC 314, Mitchell said he was being plagued by demonic dreams and begged for Christian warriors to pray for him so he could sleep. He claimed legions of demons were attacking him every night, trying to provoke him to anger and lust. And then he lost that fight, submitted in the second round by Jean Silva, which only fueled more ridicule online, with many saying Mitchell's behavior is spiraling and that the UFC should cut ties entirely. What's especially unsettling is how quickly tragedies like this get hijacked. A young father is dead. His children will grow up without him, and instead of focusing on justice, security, or the human toll, headlines are now dominated by Bryce Mitchell's conspiracies. This is the cycle of online outrage in real time, a horrific murder, followed by viral chaos, and then opportunists inserting themselves into the spotlight with outrageous claims. Mitchell isn't the only one. Across social media, fringe accounts have already been spinning wild theories about the shooter's motives, political affiliations, even race, before the FBI has confirmed anything. It shows just how toxic and hyper-polarized the climate has become, where tragedy becomes content and grief becomes a battlefield. Right now, the priority should be finding the suspect, supporting the grieving family, and addressing the disturbing rise in political violence that led to this. Instead, we're watching a UFC fighter, once seen as a promising prospect, burn through whatever credibility he had left, with conspiracy rants that dishonor the dead and disrespect the truth. As the investigation continues, and as more details emerge about the assassination of Charlie Kirk, we'll be here to cover every major update. But for now, one thing is clear: Bryce Mitchell has once again turned a tragedy into a spectacle, and the backlash is only just beginning. If you found this report helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our continuing coverage of this story. This has been Ultimate Daily News. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.